Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating everyone who is making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Now, today is a Friday, 26th May 2023. And I believe you are aware that today, RAILA Amolo Odinga, UHURU Kenyatta were invited by Kalonzo at his YATTA farm. Word is that Kalonzo is going to make certain declarations as to probably about his 2027 ambitions, presidential ambitions. There are people who believe that that is what Kalonzo has called UHURU and RAILA about. As to whether that is true or that is not true, I think it's too early for Kalonzo to make such declaration, because that will cause a division already within Azimio. In fact, I would like to share my point of view in regards to this so-called YATTA declaration, because during the days of Maandamano, and I want to be honest here, and this might not sit down well with the people who are supporting Kalonzo, but nevertheless, Kalonzo is a strong member of Azimio, and honestly, I also like him. But let's face the facts here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a time Kalonzo went to the Ukambani and told them that Mumeniaibisha. He told his people in Ukambani, Meniaibisha. Why did Kalonzo make that statement? I will tell you why. RAILA Odinga called for a mass action demonstrations on the March of 20th. There was to be a series of other demonstrations, but the leaders in Ukambani walimwangusha Kalonzo. They did not give Kalonzo that support that Kalonzo needed, so that he could be seen as being a very strong member within Azimio. On this other side, Martha Karua's people also did not show that support from the Mount Kenya back then, though despite the fact that now it is becoming evident that they're not happy with this Kenya Kwanza regime, and most of them are slowly decamping to Azimio. But as to RAILA Odinga's faction, the supporters of RAILA Odinga walitoka in their numbers, and they supported RAILA Odinga, especially in Nairobi and the Nyanza region. But the people in Ukambani did not support Kalonzo. So Kalonzo should hold his horses here when it comes to 2027 declarations or 2027 presidential declaration, because it is too early. Most of us still believe that RAILA Odinga can still vie for presidency in 2027, because all is not lost. Right now, the truth of the matter is that this regime of Kenya Kwanza government might be akin to the Trump regime that was only in power for one term. The finance bill of 2023-2024, if William Ruto forces it to pass, like he made that, like he said when he called for that PG meeting in State House, if he does that, if he makes true his word that this will pass bila hata kutoa koma, despite the fact that employers, civil society, Kenyans, all professionals have said no to the finance bill, if that bill is passed, to me, I will regard that as a political suicide, as Ruto shall have committed his own political suicide. And I know that so many people believe that maybe atafika at 2027 in ruling this country, because the people will show absolute resistance to an extent that governing the country will be impossible, because you cannot tax the people that much so that you can grow the economy. You're taxing the people who don't have a thing in their pocket because you want to grow the economy. So the economy will have more money, but the people will suffer. They will not be able to develop on their own, because there is self-development Of course, there is country development, but there is self-development. Me, as me, me as a host here, I need to also grow. If I can't grow, then how am I going to be happy with this, with the government? I will not be happy with the government. I will resist the government. I will want to vote the government out. That is what we are going to face in this country come 2027. That is if this regime survives to 2027. But as of now, many people seem to believe that it will not be true. That it will not be successful. They will not survive to that time. So, Kalonzo Musyoka's YATTA declaration today should not border around 2027 presidential ambitions. Of course, I know that during 2022, when there was this kind of arrangement, it was said that Kalonzo Musyoka seems to have told UHURU Muigai Kenyatta that you are the chair and you will make sure that this promise that we have comes to fruition, that I will support Raila Amolo Odinga now and Raila Amolo Odinga will support me in 2027. But let's go to the fact of support of the bases. Support of the bases. The people in Ukambani do not have one direction. They're not supporting Kalonzo Musyoka 100%. But Raila Amolo Odinga's stronghold of more than 6 million support him to a level that if they find that Kalonzo Musyoka has been given the ticket, those votes might not come to Kalonzo Musyoka's side. You might find that some of them will not even vote. So that is what will maybe that's a risky thing about 2027. So to my understanding, I think the best thing that Kalonzo should do is to hold his horses on these matters of 2027 presidential campaign or presidential ambitions and simply talk about bipartisan, talk about the goings on, and hold his horses on that aspect. So, dear viewers, can you tell us below the comment section what you think about this YATTA declaration? Do you think Kalonzo Musyoka should just unleash his ambition, or he should hold his horses, or he should just let Raila Amolo Odinga vie for 2027 because he is still strong, he still has numbers, and there is still a big chance of this government of the day being a Trump government, a one-term government. So, dear viewers, I'd like to urge you to stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.